So we made it to Pothole Land here in Wales, and as you can see, it's the UK's newest theme park development, courtesy of Wrexham Borough Council. It's got the deepest, longest and widest potholes anywhere you can imagine. And what's more, these are in towns and cities right across the UK. 2 kilometres of award-winning potholes. Once again, welcome to welcome to Pothole Land. What's this place called? Well, we've got a real treat for you today. Well folks, we are here at the UK's newest theme park, Pothole Land. Yeah, that's right, you heard me right. It's Pothole Land. We're in a small village outside Llangollen in Wales, and they've just attracted some national attention because of the size and the width and the depth of their potholes. Now, if you're from the UK, you'll be familiar with this problem because it's a problem that has blighted UK towns for decades now, I think. And it seems to take decades to get them fixed as well. Have you got a pothole problem in your town? Maybe you should create a new theme park like the good citizens of this village here. And to be fair, they attracted a great level of awareness about this issue. And again, people say it's underfunding, but I think it's government misspending. I think they've been spending money in the wrong places. We'd be better served to fix some of the issues that residents are experiencing. That's what the citizen experience is all about. Now, this may seem like a trivial issue in the UK, but it's a £500 million issue that governments are not prioritising any funding towards, and it's costing the residents of the UK a lot of money, a lot of time and a lot of extra stress that they don't need. If we'd have spent and prioritised spending in the UK infrastructure, we wouldn't be having these issues now. So it's another thing that we need to think about in terms of improving the experience of being a citizen in this country. Potholes are a blight on towns. It's a blight that we need to fix, and it is fixable, but we just need to spend money in a better way at government level.
My name's Mark. Well, in actual fact, it's an ongoing situation. Many of the small roads around here, single track roads, are in a very bad state of repair. In winter time, the potholes just seem to increase in number and depth. The roads over from here over to Llangollen are not too bad because they've been recently done. But then when you go towards Ceiriog and beyond there, up behind the cowshed and so on, those places are pretty bad. This one's quite bad as well up here, but not as bad as the ones that you've seen on the television. But seriously, they're very deep. Lots and lots of people that I know have had damage to their tires. We replaced both front springs on our car one time because of the damage to from the potholes here. So it is not a good situation, I think. People tend to think because there's not much traffic that it's not a serious problem, but of course the people that need those roads, and there are many, you can't see it from here, but there are many people that live up amongst the hills. It's very difficult indeed. Well, you saw the people on the television, I think the BBC, they'd written, they'd complained, they'd done something about it themselves, like filling in bits of pothole, but the council had not done anything. So perhaps it was a last desperate tongue-in-cheek effort, and I think it was very clever of them, but at least people are talking about it now, and I hope that something gets done, because it is a serious issue, particularly for the people that are more remote.
Yeah, it's great to see some successful citizen activism that's raising awareness of real issues within British towns across the country. I remember some areas where I travelled to, it took a lot of citizen protests to get the job done and to get these potholes fixed, and they were doing some serious damage to cars and causing injuries to people. So this is a really good thing to see, this activism raising awareness of some significant issues in this country. The other one I've seen, I don't know if you've seen this in the national press as well, is the one where they go around all the potholes and they fill them in with soil and plant flowers. I think that's it's very, very creative. But again, creativity, getting involved in some of these issues, raising awareness is a great thing, and it's good to see. I tell you what though, Pothole Land is pretty beautiful. I'd come out here for a cup of tea and maybe get yourself to the pub for a nice meal or something. It's very, very nice around here. What a great area. What a great area to hike and explore. Hello, sheepy. Hello. You alright? You doing fine? You having a good day? What do you think of the potholes? Have you had issues with them? Any comment for the camera? No comment? Any comment whatsoever? Alrighty then.
A cup of tea.
Are you staying here last night?
Yeah, well, I'll have tea and then I'm going to have a conversation.
So we made it to Pothole Land here in Wales, and as you can see, it's the UK's newest theme park development, courtesy of Wrexham Borough Council. It's got the deepest, longest and widest potholes anywhere you can imagine. And what's more, these are in towns and cities right across the UK. 2 kilometres of award-winning potholes. Once again, welcome to welcome to Pothole Land. They weren't kidding about the deepest potholes. That is pretty deep. Let's see. These are some serious potholes. I'm going to say, as a nomad, I travel around quite a bit, and I see these across towns and cities in the UK quite frequently. There's lots of community activism about them. Trying to get them fixed seems to be a bit of an issue. I've got to say, I'm really enjoying Pothole Land so far. Definitely meets expectations. Whoa! Look at the size of that one. The local garage is reporting an ever-increasing customer base of people who have, knocked up the cars because of these potholes. across rural communities in Wales. You can imagine the expense and the cost and the stress associated with these nightmare potholes. It really is. The size of that one. Another huge one there. It's going to be causing some damage to cars, that is. One of the ladies we were talking to down there said, "You can drive up if you like." I said, "No thanks." No, thank you very much. I won't be driving up here. You need a 4x4, but even they struggle to avoid these potholes. You can see they've started to do some work on them, but there's some massive ones that still are causing carnage, I imagine. Why are residents having to resort to things like this though? It's a creative campaign that's raised awareness of this issue nationwide, but why do we need to be doing this? Essentially, people are being ignored. There are issues in the town, issues in cities that they just don't get looked at. And in rural communities like this, it becomes very difficult indeed. Well, we've had a fantastic day here at Pothole Land in rural Wales, and it delivered. All expectations have been met. The deepest, widest potholes you've ever seen. Incredible, really. But in all seriousness, this does bring up some really key issues for local people and local communities, not just here but across the UK. You know, getting out and about to get their shopping. Maybe it's an old person who needs a carer to get up to their rural location. It just brings about so many challenges and so much damage, expense and extra stress that citizens don't really need. So, if you're in support of Pothole Land, let's get out there and raise awareness of this incredible village doing an amazing job for the rest of the UK, actually, bringing this issue into the national spotlight. Let's get our potholes fixed. Sometimes as a society, to improve, we need to start with the smallest things, and that's about improving the everyday citizen experience. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.